Welcome to Living Legacy, with Andrew sharing heartfelt tributes to remarkable individuals whose influence continues to live on. This channel celebrates unforgettable names from film, music, sports, and culture, highlighting the passion, achievements, and inspiration they gave the world. Here, every story is a reminder that true greatness never fades, and every legacy continues to speak through time. Priscilla Anderson built a strong career as a dancer and choreographer, known for her energy, discipline, and creativity. She worked in hip-hop performance and shared stages with major artists such as Britney Spears, Rihanna, and Snoop Dogg. Her talent and drive helped her stand out in the entertainment industry from an early stage. Television and public recognition. She later became known to wider audiences through her work as a choreographer for the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders and through the Netflix series Country Ever After, which followed her family life with country singer Coffee Anderson. Her presence on screen reflected both her professional passion and her openness in sharing her personal journey. Strength, faith, and personal message. During her illness, Priscilla often expressed strength and gratitude, focusing on love, faith, and family. In a final message shared with loved ones, she spoke about peace and hope, encouraging others to focus on light even during difficult moments. Her words reflected courage and deep emotional resilience. A lasting legacy, Priscilla Anderson is remembered for her creativity, determination, and inspiring spirit. She leaves behind a legacy through her dance career, television appearances, and the people she influenced along the way. Her journey continues to be appreciated for the strength and positivity she brought into the lives of others. Guymoon was born on February 7, 1962, in Madison, Wisconsin, where he developed an early love for music. That natural interest eventually led him to study and refine his craft at the University of Arizona, preparing him for a career in composition and storytelling through sound. Career in animation. Moon found his creative home in the world of animated television, where his music became an essential part of many well-loved shows. He composed scores for series such as The Fairly OddParents, Danny Phantom, Cow and Chicken, and Johnny Test. His style was energetic, playful, and expressive, helping shape the tone and humor of each show. For many viewers, his music became inseparable from the characters and stories they grew up with. Recognition and personal life. Throughout his career, Moon earned professional recognition, including a nomination for a Primetime Creative Arts Emmy Award for Outstanding Original Music and Lyrics. Beyond his work, he was also a family man and is survived by his child, Dusty Moon. Legacy. Guymoon passed away at the age of 63, leaving behind a lasting musical legacy. His compositions continue to live on through the animated series that still bring joy, nostalgia, and imagination to audiences around the world. Joe Don Baker, born on February 12, 1936, became known in Hollywood for his strong on-screen presence and grounded acting style. He often portrayed tough, complex characters, bringing a sense of realism that made his performances stand out without relying on excess or glamour. Breakthrough role. His major breakthrough came with Walking Tall, where he played Sheriff Buford Pusser. The role captured a story of resilience and justice, and Baker's performance helped turn the film into a cultural touchpoint. It became one of the defining moments of his career. Work in spy and action films. Baker later gained attention in the James Bond franchise. He appeared as a villain in The Living Daylights, showing a darker, more intense side of his acting range. He later returned in GoldenEye, this time as CIA agent Jack Wade, adding humor and charm to the series. Career legacy. Across decades of work, Baker consistently delivered performances rooted in authenticity. Whether playing heroes or antagonists, he brought depth and believability to every role, earning respect in both action and drama genres. Final years and legacy. Joe Don Baker passed away at 89, leaving behind a respected body of work. He is remembered for his strength on screen and his lasting contribution to character-driven storytelling in cinema. Richard Smallwood, born on November 30th, 1948 in Atlanta, Georgia, is a celebrated gospel artist whose music has been shaped by a deep spiritual foundation and lifelong connection to faith. From a young age, he showed a natural gift for piano and music, growing up in an environment where both church and melody played an important role. This early exposure helped him develop a style that blended classical influences with traditional gospel expression in a seamless and meaningful way. Career and gospel impact. In 1977, Smallwood founded the Richard Smallwood Singers in Washington, D.C., a group that became highly influential in modern gospel music. His compositions, including widely loved pieces such as Total Praise and Center of My Joy, are known for their emotional depth, rich harmonies, and powerful arrangements. These works have been embraced in churches and performances worldwide, becoming lasting expressions of worship, hope, and encouragement across generations. Legacy and influence. Beyond his music, Smallwood is admired for his humility, discipline, and purpose-driven approach to his craft. Rather than focusing on fame, he has consistently emphasized spiritual meaning and emotional connection through his work. He has also served as an inspiration and mentor to many emerging gospel artists, quietly shaping the direction of contemporary gospel music. His influence continues through his recordings and the countless performers he has inspired. He is one of the most recognizable faces on American television, a man whose smile feels familiar to millions. Yet behind that confidence is a life shaped by struggle long before fame arrived. Steve Harvey did not begin his journey in comfort or certainty. His story started in a small coal town in West Virginia, where life was defined by hard labor and limited opportunity. His father worked in the mines, his mother in education, and both believed in discipline and perseverance above everything else. But for Steve, childhood was not just about values. It was about survival, identity, and finding a voice that the world often failed to hear. Long before television studios and bright lights, there was a boy with a quiet dream written on paper, not knowing how far that dream would one day carry him. A childhood built on struggle and silence. Growing up, Steve faced challenges that went beyond poverty. One of his most difficult struggles was a severe stutter that made everyday communication painful and unpredictable. Simple interactions could become moments of embarrassment, and speaking in front of others felt nearly impossible. Yet instead of withdrawing completely, he began observing the world around him with intense focus. He studied people, humor, timing, and reactions, slowly building the foundations of what would later become his comedic instinct. At school, he was not seen as someone destined for greatness. In fact, a teacher once dismissed his ambition of being on television, calling it unrealistic for someone like him. That moment stayed with him for years, not as defeat, but as fuel. It planted a deeper question in his mind. What if the world was wrong about him? Years of searching without direction. Adulthood did not immediately bring clarity. Like many who chase uncertain dreams, Steve spent years moving between jobs and identities. He worked in factories, tried sales, and lived a life that felt disconnected from his aspirations. There were responsibilities, financial pressure, and moments where giving up seemed reasonable. But something inside him refused to settle. During these years, he slowly developed confidence in humor as a way to connect with people. Friends encouraged him to try stand-up comedy, not as a fantasy, but as a possibility. When he finally stepped onto a small stage, something shifted. For the first time, speaking did not feel like a burden. It felt like freedom. The audience responded, not to perfection, but to honesty. That moment became a turning point, though the path ahead remained uncertain and far from easy. the hardest beginning in comedy success did not arrive quickly. In fact, the early years of comedy were marked by financial instability and personal sacrifice. Steve often traveled long distances for small shows that barely paid enough to survive. There were nights without stable housing, days of exhaustion, and constant pressure to keep going despite uncertainty. Comedy clubs were both opportunity and test, where one performance could open doors or end hopes entirely. During this period, he also experienced personal setbacks, including strained relationships and emotional distance from family life. The dream that once felt exciting now demanded everything he had. Yet even in hardship, he continued refining his craft, learning how to turn pain into storytelling and struggle into humor. These years did not resemble success, but they built the foundation for everything that would follow. Breakthrough and rising fame. Eventually, persistence began to change outcomes. His talent gained recognition, leading to bigger opportunities, including television hosting and national exposure. As his visibility increased, so did his influence. He became a defining voice in entertainment, known for charisma, humor, and an ability to connect with audiences across backgrounds. Projects like The Steve Harvey Show and later Family Feud helped solidify his place in mainstream media. His hosting style transformed traditional formats, making him not just a presenter, but part of the experience itself. At the same time, he expanded into radio, writing, and motivational speaking, building a brand that extended far beyond comedy. Fame, however, did not erase earlier struggles. It only magnified the pressure of maintaining success in the public eye. Reinvention and public challenges. As his career grew, so did expectations. With visibility came scrutiny, and with success came mistakes that were amplified globally. One widely discussed incident during a live international broadcast created significant public attention and criticism. It became a reminder of how quickly public perception can shift. At the same time, internal workplace tensions and personal boundaries also became topics of discussion, showing how demanding life at the top can be. Rather than disappearing from the spotlight, Steve continued adapting, acknowledging mistakes in his own way, and moving forward. Reinvention became a pattern rather than an exception. Each challenge forced him to reassess not only his career, but also his role as a public figure in a constantly changing media landscape. Family, identity, and personal growth beyond fame. Steve's personal life also went through transformation. Relationships, family responsibilities, and fatherhood played a central role in shaping his perspective. He experienced separation and reconciliation, particularly with his children, which became deeply emotional milestones in his journey. Over time, he spoke more openly about responsibility, faith, and growth, shifting from purely comedic expression to motivational communication. His later marriage brought stability and structure, helping him balance the intensity of public life with personal grounding. This phase of his life reflected a broader evolution, from a man focused on survival and success to someone reflecting on meaning, legacy, and impact. The journey was not perfect, but it was deeply human, marked by learning, forgiveness, and continued effort to grow beyond past versions of himself. Legacy of reinvention and persistence. Today, Steve Harvey represents more than entertainment. He symbolizes reinvention, the idea that a person can fail, restart, and still build something meaningful. His influence spans television, radio, books, and public speaking, but the foundation remains the same. Storytelling rooted in real experience. His philosophy often centers on risk, faith, and personal responsibility, encouraging others to take chances even when outcomes are uncertain. While his journey includes mistakes and controversies, it also includes resilience and transformation. He often speaks about the jump, the idea of stepping into uncertainty despite fear. That message resonates because it comes from lived experience, not theory. His story is not presented as perfection, but as persistence through every stage of life. Conclusion: the meaning behind the journey. At its core, Steve Harvey's story is not about fame alone. It is about endurance through rejection, rebuilding after failure, and finding purpose in unexpected places. From a boy with a stutter to a global television personality, his life reflects the unpredictable nature of ambition. Success did not arrive cleanly or quickly. It came through years of struggle, reinvention, and persistence. His journey continues to evolve, but its central message remains consistent. Circumstances do not define destiny, but response to those circumstances does. Whether through comedy, hosting, or storytelling, his presence in media represents a larger idea that growth is possible at any stage of life. And while the world sees the polished image on screen, the foundation of that image is built on years of unseen effort, uncertainty, and the decision to keep going when quitting would have been easier.